So how well would the Necromorphs survive in the Warhammer 40K universe? Now, Necromorphs, and specifically a Necromorph infestation, is started with a marker. These structures are actually created by biological life that has already been infested by other markers. We don't know how many of these things actually exist within the Dead Space universe or how old they are. We do know that they are a part of the Brother Moon's plans, the Brother Moons being literal planet-sized necromorphs. But we also know that they are ancient, as the black marker that was found on Earth is the meteor that killed the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. Now, these structures send out some sort of signal that causes people to go crazy, but also changes their own body. Now, there are different sources claiming different ways that the markers change human beings. Some of them saying that the signal itself causes our own DNA to start changing itself and our minds become warped, while others claim that it's a bacterial infection. Regardless, once this starts, the changes can be dramatic. Now, Necromorphs are very grotesque, and I can't really show many of them here on TikTok without getting age restricted. But generally, many of the altercations to a human body include additional limbs like pincers, deformed or morphed heads, organs being restructured to be tentacles, and many, many more. There are some even specialized forms like the Infector, which is like a bat-like organism that goes around to both living and dead tissue, infecting it and causing it to immediately turn into a necromorph. The brutes with an armored carapace so thick that conventional weapons don't penetrate it. And in the most rare forms, the Umbermorph. An immortal necromorph that can only be killed if you incinerate it down to the last cell. But once the infestation has gone on long enough and enough biomass has been gathered, a Brother Moon is born. And then in turn, it's going to send out another marker to start the process all over again. I believe it would actually be the Necrons, the Tyranids, and finally the Imperium of Man that would be the most dangerous to them in that order. The Necrons wouldn't be able to get infected, and their weapons can disintegrate you at the atomic level. Plus, they have equipment that can block the signals of the warp, so I'm sure it would work on the marker signals. The Tyranids shadowing the warp would absolutely drown out the marker signals. And at first, the Imperium of Man would suffer heavily from the Necrons, but once they could get it isolated, I believe a coordinated effort from the Sisters of Battle, the Grey Knights, and eventually the Inquisition could probably take them out. But I want to stress that the loss of life to the Imperium would be measured in the trillions. I'd give them about 5 to 7 centuries if they couldn't make it through the long run. The Tau would be dead, though. Oh, that's a guarantee. The Tau would be dead.